Hi Red, this is Dai. I will be posting photos and videos here. It is pleasure to meet you. I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.
If you don't know, now you know. Welcome back to Hashtag J Podcast. And we are getting more into the reunion of the boyfriend. We are at the point where the cast, yes, the cast is going to try that chicken shake. Darian, Chiaki, Thelma, Yushimi, and Megumi are going to, it's just going to be Megumi. It's just going to be Megumi and Thelma who's going to try the chicken shake. The other three just opt out, but they are the only two that's going to try the chicken shake because everybody else is like, oh, hell no, hell no. So let's just get into it. Baby, let's just get into it.
最近 TikTok でこの作り方紹介してるんでいいねしてるよちゃんと見てる TikTok で香りはねほんとサラダチキンみたいなどう待つ私結構いけるかも結構いけるかも
She's just like, I am not having it.
普段素材の味で食べてる人間なので味がなくて全然いける
そう隣とのギャップがやばすぎる
結構人に読んでんな
私結構平気かもマジ全然味
新習慣に
素材の味のみってこと
ほんとチキンとブロッコリーの香りがスッとするぐらいで
プロだよねそれプロフェッショナルってことだね
じゃあ続いてどうですか皆さん
りょうた
It's crazy how Thelma was given what the fuck and Chiaki, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Chiaki and Thelma tries it. Not Megumi. But I'm sorry. Thelma's reaction was like, oh my God. Like she couldn't hold it in. She was like, it's giving, what the fuck was I thinking? I should have thought about this. I honestly should have thought about this before I lended my hand out with the cup. And Chiaki was just being very nice, saying, you know, it's okay having bland food. I'm all right with it. I'm going to just swallow this and give him some nice reviews because the both of us can't be, she just like the both of us can't be freaking out and we both can't make him feel bad. Sorry, Yusek. Ain't nobody over here is drinking some boiled chicken and water with a few sprinkles of broccoli in it. Not over here. Let's get into some more of it.
送ってましたけど、もうちょっと配慮できたらよかった。
いやあれだって本当にみんなやりたいんだもんねそうみんなやりたいんだけどやるかやんないかっていう答えがまだ日本で出てないんですよそうそれを今回すごい考えさせられちゃったなと思って
一石を投じていただいた
そう
なんなら過去に全然やってきたなっていう自分はいますもん
やってきたんだけど全然やった
そう一番重ねられたのよね亮太にね亮太の動きにすごい重ねられた感じがするしあとちゃんと意思表示をまあみんなもするけどさ亮太もすごいしてたじゃない好きですとかさ動き始めてたあれも良かったですよね
やっぱお顔つきがね本当にこう後半に行くにつれてこう意志を持った凛々しいお顔立ちになってたのがすごく印象的でした
今までは意思表示あまりしてなくて、ちゃんとはっきり好きとか伝えるっていうよりかはなんとなくその流れとかニュアンスの方が多かったんですけど、ここに来てから、みんなと出会って、その思いの伝え方とかを表現の仕方を勉強してはっきり言った方が伝わるんだなっていうの
それってなんかこうなんかこの人のこういうところが勉強になったなとかそんな
そこは特に大ちゃんの男前なそのシェンに対するところとかめっちゃ素敵だなと思って
だって今つけてらっしゃるそれって
また勘違いさせちゃうんじゃないか
そうじゃん
そうだよねしょっぱな一旦現世勘違いしちゃったもんね
そうですなんか僕友達同士で見ててやっぱ友達同士で見るとかっこいい見せ方っていうか出てますよみたいな感じでまさか勘違いシーンになってて友達と気まずくてみたいなっててもう本当恥ずかしかったですそれ自分的にはすごい勘違いというよりももう 100% って感じだったんですけど両思いと思ってたんですけど
そうだよね
恥ずかしかったです
もう字もよく見たら全然違うもんね
確 かにと思ったそれを見て確かにと思ってましたあとネックレスのプレゼントした時一番最初のやつも伝わらないのかと思ってて
はいはい
あ、確かにそうだ、なんで伝わらないんだって
自分のやつをアピールしてたんですけどそこで伝わらなかったからびっくりです僕も
わかるよねと。
わかるやろみたいな
僕もその映像で見てすごいなんだろう鈍感だなって自分で
明らかにね、だってもう思いは伝えてたけど、でもなんかメイクと交換条件だったのかなみたいな。
それも自分なりの優しさっていうかあんまり重く捉えたくなくて
でも最後の本当に現世の伝え方も私はすっごいグッときたというか、自信持ってあなたは魅力的だからっていうのは本当はこっち振り向いてほしいわけじゃないですか。だけども誰か違う人のもとにこう送り出す最後の自信持ってねっていう背中を押すあの一言、私昨日泣きました。配信見てもう一回泣きました。はい、本当にあれ言えない。
In this segment, we have where the cast confront Ryota about sending line messages to Kazuto when he was on dates or working the coffee truck with other guys that were into him. And, I love how they basically made him feel okay about the decision that he did, just letting him know that they have done it a time or two. But when he was doing it, I don't think it was a good idea. It just seemed very weird in a context that him and Kazuto were friends, and Kazuto does open up about the level of the relationship that him and Ryota was establishing. We're gonna get to that. But I found that him messaging Kazuto when he was out with specifically Alan, it came off a little bit seeming like a lot, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's like it's their time together, and it's that time for you to reassess and go over that time of how to confront Kazuto before he found out Kazuto wasn't into him. I think Ryota to a point should have to a point consider the fact that him and Kazuto were on a friendship basis in the beginning. So I think that's where it made it kind of hard for him to convey his feelings, and eventually when he built the courage to tell him. At first, Kazuto doesn't tell Ryota that he's not into him. He lets him know that he appreciates coming to him, and eventually he will let him know. But from the time Ryota did confess how he felt to Kazuto, he did pull back on the dynamics of their friendship and how he got close to him, how he communicated with him. Now, guys, you already know how I feel about Gensei and Ryota. And I like how Chiaki mentioned that you kind of clearly saw how Gensei was conveying his feelings to Ryota when he was giving him the necklace. This is the reason why I'm trying to understand why he was so confused when he asked about the makeup. Now, I know to some people it's like he felt that if he was really conveying his feelings, why bring up the makeup situation? I'm going to clarify this. Ryota is a model. Gensei is a makeup artist and a hairstylist. He loves what he do. So when he saw Ryota, he found him attractive. And a way of showing his like and his care for the person, he wanted to do his makeup, i.e., Ryota is a model. So, of course, he kind of saw the dynamic of where their relationship could have went. That's why I kind of understood why Gensei did what he did. He was nervous. It was his way of opening the door for him and Ryota to spend more time together. They get to know each other, and he can see where he can go. That is why I say I'm iffy when it comes to Ryota being 100% honest when it comes to Gensei. I think that it could be a possibility he was so caught up into Kazuto and he was a person that he didn't know how to express himself. But I think to a point, if everybody to a point in that house was able to confront a person like with their true feelings, like how Dai let Aku know that he wasn't into him, he was into Shun. Kazuto let every person know that he wasn't into them. The only person he let know that it was a possibility that they could be something. He just needed to take it slow to get to know him was Alan. And he didn't let Alan know that until towards basically the last date. But you kind of knew who they were going to choose at the last date. Like, you know, especially if he never really chose you to go on a date. And he never, Kazuto never really chose Ryota in a situation like for them to be something. So it's crazy. The dynamic between these two just really grind my fucking gears, okay? Because I really just did not like what Ryota did to Gensei. I think it's super cute how Gensei talks about the awkwardness he had with his friends, how he basically boosted himself up. Like, listen, sis is going to be on the TV. You going to see sis work, but ultimately see within the first 3 episodes how he misconstrued the situation with Ryota and misread the lines. Now, you guys already know how I feel about these two, and the fact that I feel like Gensei's misunderstanding of him and Ryota could have been fixed had Ryota had came out to Gensei and tell him that he didn't like him like that and he was into Kazuto. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. The confusion would not have lasted long enough. Now, the thing is, would Gensei have stayed? So did we benefit from it as I talk about it? Did we benefit from it? I don't really know because I think like a part of me strongly feels like Gensei left because he felt a little bit foolish after the whole debacle with Ryota. When it comes to them two, they were like the hardest one to watch because when it came to Ryota, I just got angry. I'm not even gonna hold you. I just got angry.
カズとさ、
無双。
本当に
ずっと働いてた。
モテすぎてあんな疲れて空見上げてる人初めて見ましたよ。
いやほんま
Yes.
90年代の吉田栄作さんでもあんなも出なかったよ。あそ
Oh
こま
my
で。
god.
モテてた。
一時マックス6人ぐらいか。
Yes, it was like 6 of
い
them.
やもう本当にメンタルブレイク。
途中魂抜けてましたもんね結構ね。
言ってもこう思いを寄せられてる状態でみんなで一つ屋根の下暮らすってどういう気持ちになるのあれ。
でも誰にも相談できないみたいな。
そうよね。
That is true.
だから結構亮太とかは最初からなんか同い年だし、いろいろなんか深い話とかできたんで、僕としては結構何でも話せる友達みたいな感じでいけるかなみたいな思ってたんですけど、まあそんな亮太からも
お前もか
気持ちを伝えてもらったんで、
まあ何も悪くないんだけどね。
二人ともね
いいんだけど
モテちゃうからね。
どうしようかなみたいな。
でもこの好きライバルなわけじゃないですか。でもそのライバルと一緒に暮らしてるわけでしょ。その生活の中での支障はなかったんですか？
ライバルって感じじゃなかったかもしれないです。なんかみんなやっぱりちょっとどっか応援する気持ちもあるけど、でも自分もちゃんと思いが伝わってるかな、伝えたいっていう気持ちのなんか僕は葛藤が多かった。
でもこう焼き餅を焼く瞬間も多分皆さんあるじゃないですか。やっぱそれを目の当たりにしちゃって、もうその焼き餅をこうどう消化していくかっていうのがみんな違ったので、なんか見てて本当になんか優しい世界でした。思いやりもあって。
ここが一番勉強になったんだよね、我々も。育夫もね頑張って。
いや頑張った本当にもう途中から入られて大変だったでしょ。大変でした。
きついよあれ本当によく頑張った。
どんな気持ちだったの途中から入ってみんなそこそこ出来上がってる状態の中入っていくって。
でも何も本当に知らない中で自分のただ気持ちで動いてた中だったので、もう本当誰にも言ってなかったんですけど、アラン君本当邪魔だなって思いながらめちゃめちゃ悔しかったんです。もうアラン君が絶対的に和人君の横を死守するのはもう悔しすぎて、みんなで和人君と行きたい人のシーンがあると思うんですけど、あそこでもう横を死守しようと思ったら逆にいるとか、もう
そうなんや。
やってますな、なかなかね。やってますね。
その辺の育夫からのプレッシャーは感じてた？
全然今聞いてびっくりしてます。そんな思ってたんだみたいな。
ブロックされまくってたので。
まあ陸王はやっぱりね、このかかってる感じが素晴らしかったもんね。
そうそうそう。
よく働いてくれたよね。
本当にチャレンジしてね、告白もしてね、動いてくれて盛り上げてくれましたよ。
All right. Yes, Kazuto was the one who worked a lot. He worked a lot on the coffee truck. Like Yoshimi said, Kazuto had up to 6 people in the house that was attracted to him. So when it came to them working on the coffee truck, when a person got chosen, they got to choose the person they like or you're friends with to work with you on the coffee truck, right? So since Kazuto had like 6 people, just imagine how often he was working on the coffee truck. So of course he was exhausted and got tired. Now to the part where for someone you can see that Kazuto coming into the boyfriend, he's open to meeting people, yet he's shy, reserved at the same time. So I can imagine that 6 people coming to you individually telling you they like you is overwhelming, and then you're constantly working on the coffee truck with these people. So I don't think yeah, I think it's 6 people. Well, Taehyun, he didn't find out until now, until watching it and sit and hearing him say it himself now here on the panel. Taehyun was the first person to show some interest into Kazuto, but he didn't pursue it because it was a lot going on, basically. And you can see that it became overwhelming to Kazuto because I mean, honestly, like after about like the third person, every person after that, he would just like bow his head down, like he was lost for words because it was just like, God damn, who else is gonna say who likes me? Now, when it gets to the point where he felt like he felt like he had no one to talk to, referring to all these people liking him and who he can basically bounce his feelings off of and get a rational understanding of these guys liking him. I was like, well, damn, if he couldn't talk to Ryota, I mean, he could have talked to Dai, he could have talked to Shun, say he owned, but I kinda to a level understand why after Ryota he was like, you know what? I don't even want to try to really get close to anybody else because at the end of the day, Ryota was his friend, was the friend that he was getting close to. Like he said, they're close in age. So he felt like they had more in common. If at the end of the day, Ryota started liking him, who else would have started to like him? After everybody is eventually confessing to him that they like him. And I can understand why he didn't go to Dai and Shun because as you can see, they got their peaks and valleys. They had their emotional roller coaster going on up in the damn green room. So they was emotionally unavailable, as you can see most of the time. So with that being said, I could understand why Kazuto felt the way he felt in the green room, but he held it up all the way to the end. And the fact that Equal said that Alan was to a level annoying because he was trying to get close to Kazuto, but it sounds like when they were all collectively in the green room, Alan was conjoined to Kazuto at the hip. But at the end of the day, Kazuto wasn't pushing him away. He didn't mind the attention. And Kazuto did say he actually liked the love that Alan showed him. So Kazuto liked the attention that Alan gave him the whole time he was in the green room, the whole month that they spent with each other. So I don't know what to say, Equal. He just wasn't into you. But I feel you if y'all all collectively there and you're trying to get close to your boo. Alan just knew how to work the system. Alan came through with that. Alan came through with that Brazilian swag with his Japanese swag, and he was just like, "I'm gonna be all over Kazuto. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be everywhere because at the end of the day, we gonna be leaving the green room together." And baby, it happened. I mean, Alan's plan worked out to his damn benefit. And it's so funny how Equal was just so outspoken. The fact that he found Alan annoying for always being around Kazuto, it was hard for him. He felt for him to show his true self to Kazuto. Now, should Alan have gave them time? I mean, this is free for all. Like everybody has their way of getting to know a person. So if being around the person 24/7 is the way Alan get to know a person, baby, that's just how that body works, baby. That's just how that body works. You just gonna have to accept it. Okay. And the whole time I was thinking when Equal confessed to die, I was thinking before I even did these videos that, well, maybe he was into die in the beginning, but he did say that like he was considering die, but he noticed that him and Shun was a thing, so he was just like, okay, let me go on to Kazuto. But it seems like as they spent more time, it seems like Iku had started to develop more feelings for Kazuto versus the feelings he had for Die. Especially if he's presenting how annoying Alan was, that he was always around Kazuto. That tells me that he was way more into Kazuto than he was into Die. But baby, there is so much more we gonna get into. You can check out our next video to see more of our reacts and recaps of the reunion of the boyfriend here on YouTube. Don't forget to click the link below in the description so you can check out the reunion of the guys along with the panel. These guys meet in the panel for, it seems like they meeting each other for like the first time. Well, in our eyes, the first time. So it's a really good reunion, and how the guys formulate together is chef's kiss. Guys, you already know, hit that like button, hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Any YouTube channel you enjoy and love their content. Be you, be amazing. Until the next video. Laters, my beautiful BL babe.